Welcome to Single Moms Unfolded. Today we are lucky enough to have Jenifer Ayala here. Thank you, Jen, for coming.
No problem. Thank you so much for having me.
You're always such a wealth of knowledge and you give us so much and you're so sweet. We'd love to have you on.
Thank you.
So tell us, how did you become a success mom coach?
How I became one was because I was raised by a single mother and then I found myself being in the same situation. And I just wanted single moms to feel like there's more to just being a single mom and they can be successful being a parent on their own.
That's right. Okay. So tell us, what are the biggest problems with single moms? What do you think they face, the worst things they face right now?
I think it's just society's views. We have such a negative around single parenthood. Anytime you hear that, people are like, oh, they're struggling and, they have a lot of low self-esteem. And I think that that's kind of what puts us down. And we almost sometimes feel like that's it. There's no more outside of that. And that's the reason why a lot of us don't actually make an effort to try and be, successful in whatever it is that we want. So I think it's definitely that. We hear about single motherhood, we kind of just carry it with us.
So it's like a burden. It's like something that we're maybe ashamed of, or that our relationship failed and now this is where we are and that's it.
Exactly.
Okay, so I want to talk some about unhealthy relationships, right? Because single moms are getting out of unhealthy relationships and some are dating and maybe entering in new unhealthy relationships. And I think it's important that we know. So can you tell us some signs of an unhealthy relationship?
Definitely controlling, feeling isolated, and also a bit of what other words would I would use? Sorry, I'm just gonna look at my notes. I wrote some things down.
It's all good. I know.
Manipulation. Also, I would say possessiveness and dependentness, being dependent on that other person.
That's big, right? I don't think that codependency, when that person can't do anything without you.
Yes.
And then sometimes we become that person too.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a circle, and I think the possessiveness is important too, because sometimes it gets mistaken for, oh, they really love me, they just want to watch out for me, when in fact they're just kind of like don't want you around anything else, or they want to control all aspects of your life and who you're talking to and what you're doing, and jealous. I think being very jealous is one too, right?
That is a huge one. Absolutely. And like you said, we do confuse it. We assume that it's love, but it's really just, it's not healthy for us, for anybody really.
Right, because we have to be able to stand up on our own 2 feet. And if we're depending on the other person all the time, we're not caring about ourselves.
Yes.
And we're stuck in that, okay, are they going to call me? Why are they not calling? And I see that all the time. Single moms are like, oh, I got ghosted again. And what do I do? And they're just like stuck in the space of waiting for somebody else over and over. Why does this always happen to me? And I feel like, well, that's a sign. It's always happening, right? Something you're doing so wrong, you're depending too much on that person. Granted, if they say they're going to call, they should call.
Yeah, exactly.
Then they're not worth your time. But, I know in controlling personalities, they can make you feel like you're going crazy at times.
Yeah, they can. It's just that game that they play with your mind, right? They make you feel less than, and they always want to feel above. They always want to feel like they have a better say and you don't know anything. And they almost, they put you down. That's another sign that you would, not always realize that it's a bad thing. You almost feel like it's okay. They love me. This is just their personality. You make excuses for them, which is not right.
It's true. Yeah, we do make excuses. Oh, they're trying to help me. That's why they're telling me I should have. I shouldn't talk to that person at work because they think it's bad for me. Or whatever that thing is, and then you start thinking, maybe they're right.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big deal that we miss because we're in love and we don't always catch the signs.
Yeah.
But manipulation is hard, right? Manipulation, sometimes you play into it, especially if somebody's very kind and easygoing and you with somebody with a stronger personality. They can
Yeah.
kind of swoop up and be like,
Yeah. I think it's almost like they kind of go towards those type of people, the people that are, very manipulative and the controlling. Those types of characteristics lead to the people, like you said, that are soft and kind of easygoing, because they're almost like an easy target for them.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. And you can see that sometimes in the world around us. You can see when there's somebody, this fabulous looking person with somebody that looks like they're just, a mess and tired all the time, exhausted. It's just draining all their energy by taking care of this other person and not taking care of themselves.
Absolutely.
And you think we would know that when we're in it, because we're usually that person that's like being drained, but we don't.
No.
We don't know until you're out, which is I think is a crazy thing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's that we don't know. It's we don't want to accept it.
That's probably true. Right, because it's going to change our whole life. And if we are in love with this person and we have a child with this person, I'll just stay here because it's easy. And this maybe not easy, but I know what I have.
Exactly.
And the unknown is scary, which is really important. So that's a good thing. So what is like, if I'm in a bad relationship, if I have like that intuition that I'm in a tough spot, what should I do?
I think that you should really set some time apart for yourself to really just sit down and think about it. Listen to that gut feeling that you have. Sometimes we have this feeling, we just know, but we ignore it. Because like we've been saying, we feel like this is love and we love this person and we're scared of, what's going to happen if we were to end it, what's going to happen after that. There's too much fear, what is my life going to be like? And I'm going to struggle. Like we think about all those things, but definitely sit down and take the time to evaluate, think of all the things that are happening to you, how they're treating you, how you're feeling. And that's when you should really say, okay, you know what? This is not okay for me. Is that something else? We don't feel like we're worthy to find something better. So we stay because we feel like that's it. This is what we deserve.
Right. And sometimes we're told nobody's going to care about you like I do. Nobody's going to take care of you like I do. I mean, this is just, and you're kind of feeling, oh, maybe that person's right. I know from experience that I had a lot of boyfriends and I always broke up with them. And my ex would be like, you just can't make a relationship work. And so in my mind, I kept thinking, oh, it's me. I can't make it work. And that's why, because I mean, I have a track record and I broke up with everybody. So obviously it's me. And I kept carrying that. And that would come into oh, you can't make it work, you know. But I did have that voice. I had that voice inside me going, we'd go to marriage counseling, like, okay, I'll go again. We'll try again for the umpteenth time. I'll try again. And then we'd be out to dinner. Oh, this is going great. We're going to do this and this and this. And then I had that little voice going, oh, here we go again, Kelly. Here we go. You know, and you feel it like in your gut. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. For me, it was almost the same. My experience was I was told towards the end of the relationship was nobody is ever going to love a single mom. And that stuck with me for so long that anytime, a new partner would come into my life, I was like, nope, because there's no way he's ever going to love me because I've already been told no one's ever going to do the single mom. And that was constantly in my head. And I would think about it too. I would be like, well, I'm still single after how many years? How come I can't find somebody? But it was literally that every time somebody would talk to me, it was this huge, wall I had where I was like, no, because nobody could ever love a single mom.
Right. Yeah. Because that's stuck in our head, that BS that someone told us that wasn't true.
Yes.
So we need to watch out for that, single moms. If you're being told something and that's stuck in your head, you need to be like, where is this coming from? Is this something that I created some line that some person that didn't appreciate me came up with, right?
Absolutely.
It can be parents to parents, co-workers, bosses. They can all tell us the stuff that we hang on to.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be a love interest. It can be, just like you said, anybody.
Right, and it keeps us stuck in that spot, and we don't want to be stuck in that spot.
Yes.
Because that feels like crap.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? So a warning sign should be that if somebody is controlling, right, manipulating us,
Yes.
trying to be possessive, putting us down,
Yes.
telling us what to wear, who to talk to, maybe what to eat. Some people are obsessive with, size and shape and, all that kind of stuff. So these are all signs that we need to watch out for.
Yeah. This is signs from the other person. I think signs that you should see for yourself is when you stop caring about yourself. That's huge. Because we stop, right? We don't care about how we look like when we go out. We just kind of put something on and then just go.
No, it's true, because your self-esteem gets so low. Yes. And you feel so beat up that you're like, no, whatever. I'm just a mom and a wife. I don't,
Yeah.
So you feel, that is true when we stop caring about, who we are and what we want.
Yes.
And your goals and your dreams. And because a lot of us give those up for somebody else because someone else is living this great life. And, well, I'm going to be at home with the baby. You go do what you want. And you still keep feeling small until we can't, so hopefully until you can't take it and somebody decides to do something.
Yes.
So if single moms are dating somebody like that, that is a red flag. And if you're getting out of a relationship, you can know that you're doing the right thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Just because you're married to somebody and have a child with them doesn't mean that's your stake in life.
No.
I mean, you don't have to stay there. I feel like that's really important because so many people are taking abuse and are taking things that they shouldn't because they're afraid of the unknown and they feel like they have to stay because of, I don't know, religious reasons or just that it's what they have.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Definitely a good message for us to keep in mind.
Yeah, I think it's important. I think it's really important. So is there anything else we should let single moms know today?
Yes, something super important that we completely forget all the time is that, I did say it at the very beginning, is that we deserve more than that. And we don't need to wait for somebody to come and tell us. We don't need to get permission from somebody else. We just should know that we deserve absolutely the best.
Yes, so true. We do. We deserve to be happy.
Yes.
And you have to, single moms, you have to be happy alone first.
Absolutely.
Be happy alone by yourself, right? Because you're not going to find it on a dating website or in the bar or at a coffee shop. You have to be happy alone.
Yes, absolutely.
Take a year off or take time off and just get to know you.
Yes.
Because that's really big. Because that will prevent you from being in these kind of relationships.
Yeah. Yeah, it gives you time to clear your mind and really figure out what are your blocks and getting rid of those and starting over again. Awesome.
That is so true. It is. We need to start with a clean slate. We don't want to, start dating our ex all shiny and new, wrapped up in different clothing. Because that happens.
It's true.
That happens. So definitely take it from us who've learned the hard way. Thank you so much, Jenifer, for all your time.
You're welcome. No problem.
We want to thank you for tuning in. And remember, every Thursday there's a new podcast episode, so don't miss it. We would love to stay connected. Please check us out at myhappyplaceforlife.com. And while you're there, click on the services tab to see what awesome coaching we have. It's our mission to give single moms a shortcut to the life they want after divorce. You don't have to do it alone. We are here to be your guide. You can also check out our free training on our Facebook group, Happy Life 101 for single parents. And if you'd like to follow us on Instagram, that's My Happy Place for Life, the number 4. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And remember, you're smart, you're beautiful, and you got this. Appreciate it.